KEXP streaming is made possible by IMP, presenting Peter Cat Recording Co. on May 11th at Lincoln Theater, Ben Harper and the Innocent Criminals on May 30th at Lincoln Theater, Tennis on June 3rd at the Anthem, and the Kooks on June 4th at the Anthem. Tickets at impconcerts.com.
From independent music station KEXP, you're listening to In Our Headphones, a podcast about the songs that we just can't stop listening to. This is Evie Stokes, and this week I'm talking with my friend John Richards. So John, you chose a new song that you'd like to share with us today. What's up for you?
Well, I wanted to go to Austria because that's where I find all my new music. Mm-hmm. And this Austrian duo, Cari Cari, have a new song, and I have to get it right. I said it wrong on the air, and I almost broke an FCC violation. It's called Schmetterling.
Yes, because of course it is.
That's what part of being a KEXP DJ is saying silly things on the air, and don't think that it's not lost on us.
Yeah.
Like, if I had a transcript of some of the bands and things we said, you know, like psychedelic porn crumpet into the Flying Mojito Bros, and you just say it normally, like, yeah, that's just what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Know? So something like this, I was like, I didn't really look at the song. You're just like, hey, it's KEXP, Cari Cari, oh, that was close. Schmetterling.
Do you remember the first time you said King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard on air?
I did, and anytime I see a silly band name, I do wonder. And you do say, this better be good if I'm going to say this on the air. And this is, again, this was back in the day when they first started.
Yeah. And
then you heard it, and you're like, oh, okay. I can get away with King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Now it seems normal. If you go back to like Death Cab for Cutie, that's a different name. You know, okay, well, let's hear what this sounds like. You kind of wonder sometimes, you know, Soccer Mommy. Like, I'm going to say Soccer Mommy. Oh, this is really good. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. At one point, I was playing Soccer Mommy and Hockey Dad in sets, and that's fun to say. I don't
know that I've ever heard of Hockey Dad.
Hockey Dad, yeah.
Okay, well, tell us about the song.
Well, it's Schmetterling is interesting, and sort of their history of how they formed their band will tell you a little bit about this song, because this song is just awesome and dancey and weird and cool and everything about KEXP that we like here. But they founded the band to get their music into a Quentin Tarantino film. That's if you're forming your band, I'm excited. Yeah. And they said, this is what they said: we believe in the power of ideas. It's not about being the best singer, having the biggest label, or the most expensive music video. I think a powerful idea overpowers all of those things. And their idea is to make music that would make it into a Quentin Tarantino film. And then you hear this song and you understand. Yeah. It's very cool and very unique and very different. And every time I play it, I get response. Mm-hmm. People are either know the band or excited we're playing them, or have just discovered them. It's one or the other.
You know what? I read about this record, this off their Bandcamp. It says their third studio album is their way of saying, quote, no to assholes, major labels, and a system that forgets the people behind the art. It's a resounding yes to their vision, to music that feels authentic, and to the people who matter most to them, which is why their family and friends grace the album cover.
And guess what? I bet they do very well with this album. Yeah. When you're true to yourself and the people who believe in you, and you're not trying to do a thing. This is why I like them and a lot of the artists we play. When you're not trying to be something and you're just being yourself and making art, you do a lot better. I mean, we could say that as DJs. When we're not trying so hard to be a DJ and we're playing music for the people listening and we're trying to create the soundtrack, that's when we do our best work.
And having fun.
And so when the band says something like that, it totally makes sense. Yeah. Like everything you see about them too is just joy. Yeah. And it kind of being experimental and like you just said, I hadn't heard that quote. I love it. And it makes sense with everything I've heard. Because you could have picked, there's a few singles out, you could have picked anything from this record. And it's sort of what we're talking about here. It's a cool record.
And I wouldn't have known from first listen that they were an Austrian band.
I think it's kind of funny to learn that live on the air. A lot of times that's where I learn where people are from, because we have a real-time playlist and we're doing music and we're more interested in the music than geography. And so when you're coming back, you're like, oh, that's Austria. Oh, Austria. Okay. Yeah, Austria duo. Yeah. Do you have a country where you're kind of you never hear music from? Like I'll play a band the other day, they were from Finland. I'm like, I don't say Finnish band very often. Yeah.
Or like that band, the steel drum band, Bacau Rhythm and Steel Band. And I'm like, they're from Hamburg, Germany. Yeah. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah. I don't know why that's so interesting to me. I just think It's just when I wouldn't think this band's from Austria. I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe I've decided in my head what a duo from Austria would sound like.
Yeah.
But if you said Australian, if you put a little L in there, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, which is what I thought at first listen.
And that just reminds you, don't generalize or pigeonhole music to their location. It just doesn't work.
So what would you play this next to in your show?
LCD Sound System, no question.
Okay. Simple answer. Any specific song from LCD?
Any of them, upbeat ones, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's listen to it now. This is Cari Cari's Schmetterling. You can listen to all the music featured on In Our Headphones by following the In Our Headphones playlists available on both Spotify and YouTube. KEXP is an independent, non-profit radio station and arts organization. This podcast, along with all of our programming, is made possible because of the generous support of our listeners. If you'd like to make a gift to KEXP, you can do so at kexp.org. And if you enjoy In Our Headphones, please write us a review wherever you get your podcasts. In Our Headphones is hosted by me, Evie Stokes, and produced by Lilly Anna Fowler. Audio was mastered by William Myers, and our creative director of editorial is Larry Mizell Jr. Our theme song is Gospel for a New Century by Eve Toomer. If you have feedback, you can reach us at headphones@kexp.org.
I love answering quickly.
Yeah.
What LCD sound system?